Once again, my name is B Walk and welcome back to Copy Your Coin, where I show you how to copy your coin in the fastest growing market in world history. Today I want to talk about a little bit about Cardano, and it's been on a little bit of a run as of late. We've been running probably in the last few days. Now we had a little bit of a sell-off as some news broke. I'll cover that too. A couple of days ago, what happened is Binance some news for the U.S. customers. We'll talk about that as well. But we're just going to jump into Cardano, kind of the technical aspects, what I expect to have going forward here and where I expect it to go. Okay, but as you already know, I'm going to ask you to do three things. I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that alert button so you know when fresh content is out from Copy Your Coin. All right, so let's get into it. So as you already know, I always go into the coin market, seeing how far what the actual market cap is, and we can get an idea of what the number is. Right now we're at pushing 300 billion, 290 to be exact, up 1.99%. Bitcoin has been on a run as well, $9,300. That's running, moving higher. I hope you've been accumulating that. I know I have. And as we kind of go down here, and like I said, I'm gonna jump right into Cardano. Cardano has been running. Now it's pulled back. It's a little flat right here in the last hour, but 24 hours has been going. So we're at just below 0.093 cents. So it's been moving higher. Feel pretty good about it. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it, kind of fundamentally what's going on and what to be expecting. As we jump into the charts, and let me start with Bitcoin real quick so you can get an idea. So as I said, that market has certainly been running. We're running here trying to see if we can approach that 10,000. I'm sure we're going to do some trying to do some consolidating. There was talk of it might have been a head and shoulders pattern that was going to form. We had, this is the shoulder, this is the head, and then as you see, we busted right through that part right there. So it's positive, and I think part of this is why has Bitcoin been running up so much? Well, I think that first of all, it's still considered that value play. It's still that brand recognition. But even more importantly than that, like I said, the last couple of days we've had, a little bit of a I don't want to say scare, but a rotation, if you will. That's better. A rotation from altcoins into Bitcoin, and why that occurred, and we get into that in just a moment. So technically, I think that the chart looks strong. It looks fine. It's climbing. If it starts to go hyperbolic, which it looks like they're here, but that's just the chart. If I bring it out, you kind of get an idea. It's not quite hyperbolic. We're going to see what we do, but we've certainly been rallying that since we hit those lows. What is maybe about 10 days ago. So as you can see here on the 17th, we're sitting here. We're still pushing higher, about 93.45, and then as we zero in on Cardano specifically in ADA, and as you can see, we moved up higher, and then we keep on bumping our head right here about the 0.095, that level. But as I drew this line right here because we have higher lows and higher highs. So we're going to see if it continues to get up down here. It's going to be like a wedge pattern. And a wedge, and if you know what a wedge with a spring in between it, it's going to do one or two things. It's going to shoot up higher or shoot up lower. The way this pattern is setting up, I'm betting it's going to shoot higher. As I said, you have the 200 period moving average here that's still continuing to push higher. And I imagine that we're going to get past this and move faster. So fundamentally, this is the technical picture. Fundamentally, what we're looking for is Cardano to come out with a testnet for Shelly, as we talked about. And right now we have some news that Cardano partners up with the government of Georgia. ADA keeps climbing. So basically, this is just a long and short that, basically Charles Hoskinson is making an intent. I know he had an intent that he was working with, I believe it was Ethiopia as well. And this is kind of the same type of thing. He said, hey, look, I want to work with you guys to set up your cryptocurrency presence. And so it's interesting because even when this news hit, and this news hit, let's see, this is early today, and then need a moment. So like we're right at 90.0929, so just slightly higher than what we were. However, we're going to see what happens. Because Georgia is a relatively small nation, be that as it may, Cardano scalability and security are paramount to good blockchain tech. So this is the exact tweet that Cardano the foundation put out, and basically they were going to sign in a MOU today and get together with it was basically a memorandum of understanding with the Georgian government to work with the Georgia Ministry of Education and Science on identifying and implementing a range of blockchain enabled products. So this is kind of like a partnership. Okay. So that's really small potatoes. What we're really looking forward to is the Shelly update. Now, I believe that's be around the corner. Hopefully we get that here soon. I think when you see that, Cardano's going to leap up out of there and take off. Okay, now what I wanted to do is talk to real quick at the end is this information that came out. Now, anybody who didn't hear about this a couple of days ago, basically CZ, the CEO of Binance, basically came out and said that they're going to block U.S. customers from trading. So, I think this is a play on they're trying to, because the U.S. is a pretty big piece of their the altcoin trading on Binance. That's one of my main exchanges. But I think the whole KYC AML piece is, and that for those that don't even know, that's know your customer, anti-money laundering. That protocol, that's going to be key here. And as they're trying to grow, they want to make sure that they stay in the good graces of everyone involved. And good old United States are always the ever-present watchdog, making sure that they dot their I's and cross their T's. So what Binance is proposing to do is that they're going to actually come out with a US based Binance exchange, and I'm sure that's going to have less altcoins than the current one does, and there's going to be certain things that I'm sure there'll be cans and can't do's. What I want to talk about specifically right at this moment is what to be expecting. We got about 90 days. Now, first of all, anybody who follows me knows I'm not a proponent of keeping your money on the exchanges anyway. All of my money is off the exchange. You got basically 90 days, to pull your money off, and I would be doing that just specifically just to take no chances. I mean, they say you're gonna have updates. They're saying that you're gonna have access as a U.S. customer, which I am one. They say, oh, you're gonna have access to your funds on our exchange. You just won't be able to trade anything. Well, I'm pulling my money off. Okay, and I think that's why the altcoin market, as you saw, took a dip the last couple of days, because there are people who are rotating out of altcoins and into Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin, we can get into Coinbase, Gemini. I mean, there's a number of exchanges. Obviously, that's the main way you can buy Bitcoin in the streets almost. ATMs in my hometown. So that's basically kind of what's going on. We need to sit tight. I'm going to put out a video of what the other alternatives for a U.S. customer. I mean, I know some people are talking about VPNs. That to me is I mean, it's certainly a way to go, but it's really the way of last resort, because it's sketchy. I mean, you don't want to get a chance where you're doing something on VPN that you get recognized and you lose your money. You don't want that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put together a video, have some options, and we're going to have some time here because, like I said, this is basically came out in June. So we're going to have 90 days, which basically puts us in September. And that gives you September some time to kind of figure out what's going to happen, how this is going to unfold, and how the real impact of this is going to be. Okay? So anyway, thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or any comments, please put them down below. And I will see you next time on Cop Your Coin.